To be a fan of NCIS, you must be aware that some of your favorite characters will be killed off the show at some point. Have you gotten some kind of closure? After all, they've eliminated a number of our favorites. Which beloved character has NCIS taken away from you? Get your tissues, because we're going to explore the most heartbreaking deaths on NCIS. First up, Diane Sterling. For years, Leroy Jethro Gibbs has been tormented by the deaths of his wife Shannon and daughter Kelly. He had visions of them and ended up doing the unthinkable, illegally assassinating their killer in retaliation. He then lost his second of 4 wives in season 12. Gibbs was meeting with Diane Sterling, played by Melinda McGraw, in the episode Check when she was shot in the head and killed. This affected not only Gibbs but also her other ex-husband, Tobias Fornell, and their daughter Emily. Next up, Christopher Pacci. In season 1, NCIS Special Agent Christopher Pacci was killed by a gunshot wound. Avenging his death became one of Gibbs' main goals over the next few seasons, and in season 8, he finally gets his wish when he shoots Pacci's killer, Amanda Reed. Pacci's murder shocked the original NCIS fandom before it was avenged. Christopher Pacci was a dedicated member of the NCIS team who died doing what he loved most, seeking justice and the truth. When Pacci discovered Lieutenant Commander Hamilton Voss had stolen $10 million before dying in a car accident, he was determined to solve the case. Unfortunately, he was forced to investigate Voss's death alone. Amanda Reed. Now you remember the plot twist? Pacci's determination to solve the mystery surrounding Voss's death eventually led to his own. Voss had faked his death and undergone a sex change operation, it was revealed. Voss eventually shot Pacci in the neck and dismembered his body. Now we have Ned Dorniget. In season 12, NCIS said a heartbreaking farewell to Ned Dorny Dorniget, who gave his life to protect civilians from a bomb threat. Dorny, a probationary agent who sooner or later advanced to the Cyber Operations Division, died during a mission in Cairo, setting Gibbs off. Dorny's death sent Gibbs into a tailspin as he reflected on all the NCIS agents he'd lost over time. Dorniget may not have been on the NCIS team for long, but his contributions had a huge impact on everyone. When Anthony DiNozzo Sr. was under inquiry, he temporarily replaced him on the Major Case Response team, and he returned on occasion to assist with special cases. His alter ego was even called Gilroy Lives. Does this sound familiar? You'll figure it out if you rearrange a few letters. Dorniget's wit and investigative skills were only matched by his compassion for others, which was demonstrated when he gave his life to save civilians from a bomb threat. Don't go anywhere, we're just down to 3. Next up, Ziva David. We're basically going to count this one, but there's a telenovela-esque twist to it. In season 13 of NCIS, David was killed in an attack that occurred off-screen. Rumors of David faking her death persisted until season 16, when David reappeared, revealing that she had faked her own death so that Sahar wouldn't come after her. However, this does not diminish the impact her alleged dying had on both the NCIS team and the show's viewers. Ziva appeared to die in season 13 when the house was destroyed by a mortar attack orchestrated by Agent Court. When her departure was announced, viewers assumed Ziva would go on a mission. Up next, Michael Franks. Michael Franks will be remembered as Leroy Jethro Gibbs' mentor. Franks taught Gibbs everything he needed to know about being an effective and respected leader. Because no NCIS character is completely safe, he was killed off in season 8. The port-to-port serial killer stabbed and killed Franks, a former NCIS supervisory special agent who guided the Major Case Response team. We weren't able to let go of that one, were we? While that was a difficult fictional death to mourn, NCIS viewers were treated to a surprise when Mike Franks returned as a ghost and continued to mentor Gibbs even after his death. While Franks relocated to Mexico after leaving NCIS, he continued to appear on the show, assisting Gibbs in solving cases and saving his late son's fiancée and daughter. Next in line, Jennifer Shepard. Jennifer Shepard was the first woman to serve as NCIS director, succeeding Thomas Morrow after his resignation following Caitlin Todd's death. Her dedication, hard work, and strict supervision strengthened the NCIS team. While attending the funeral of Agent William Decker, she realized Decker's death was most likely the result of murder. Determined to find those responsible for Decker's death, she contacted Mike Franks and traveled to a Mojave Desert diner in hopes of finding Decker's killer. After a gunfight with 4 assassins, Shepard died in the diner. Gibbs was devastated by her death because the two had been romantically involved for years. Did you know that Lauren's acting mentor was Tom Skerritt? Yes, the very same Tom Skerritt who played Dallas in Alien and had a major role in Steel Magnolias. Lauren has mentioned that she owes him a significant amount when it comes to her acting skills because he has always been there for her. Here come the waterworks. Caitlin Todd, the most difficult to kill off. Caitlin Todd, an NCIS special junior agent on the Major Case Response team, died in the line of duty in season 2. Her untimely death was a bitter pill for NCIS viewers to swallow. Caitlin Todd quit her job with the Secret Service to join Anthony DiNozzo's NCIS Major Case Response team. Todd was dedicated to solving crimes in the field when she and DiNozzo weren't playfully bickering with each other, of course. Her excellent negotiating negotiating skills, combined with her compassion for others, made her an invaluable member of the family. Todd died while defending Gibbs from a shooter, taking a bullet to the chest as well as a fatal shot to the head. Her selflessness saved Gibbs' life and earned her a posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom. Next up, Tom Morrow. Former NCIS Director Tom Morrow, like the majority of the other NCIS agents on this list, died in the line of duty. Morrow was shot after assisting NCIS in tracking down an escaped MI6 agent turned prisoner. While his murder did not take place on screen, it was harrowing to see Gibbs and Fornell realize Morrow was in danger, only to find him dead in his own home. Despite leaving the NCIS team, he occasionally worked with them and was good friends with them. Tom left after Caitlin Todd's death. Was there any connection? Absolutely. The unexpected death of fan favorite Agent Kate Todd left the entire team in shock and grief, including Tom. Before leaving, Tom presented Kate with a Medal of Freedom as a token of his appreciation for her dedication to NCIS. It still doesn't stop here. And then we have Paula Cassidy. Paula was a true blue NCIS agent until she was killed in a suicide bombing. While most people remember Ziva David as Caitlin Todd's replacement on the team, Cassidy filled in for her on the NCIS team for a short time. She had a romantic relationship with Tony DiNozzo, which contributed to her tragic death. Did Paula Cassidy's death seem familiar? Special agent for NCIS at the Pentagon as well as Guantanamo Bay, Paula Cassidy died tragically in the same way as Caitlin Todd. The death occurred a few years later in Season 4. Cassidy was leading her own NCIS team at the time, and two of her team members were killed when they went into an exploding building. In her closing act, Paula sees each one of them, Agent Gibbs and Agent DiNozzo, through the door's window, but the bomb explodes seconds later, killing both herself and the terrorist. This is our final encounter with Paula, but thanks to her actions, no one else was harmed. During its nearly 2 decades on the air, NCIS has had its fair share of heartbreaking character deaths, but some have hit harder than others. Gone, yet not forgotten. Jackson Gibbs. On NCIS, not everyone is killed by a gunshot or an explosion. One of the most difficult deaths to witness on NCIS occurred off-screen. Jackson Gibbs, played by Ralph Waite, was Jethro Leroy Gibbs' father and a former United States Army Air Force pilot. Gibbs found out his father had died in Season 11. When Gibbs returned home to settle his affairs, he discovered that someone had come to kill him. The episode flashed back to their past together and connected it to Gibbs' attempt to survive the attacks. It ended with Gibbs handing over control of his father's general store to Jackson employee Cal Frazier. The actual reason for Jackson's death was that actor Ralph Waite passed away, and the show honored him by killing off his character. You must hold on to your hearts because the heartache might not just end here. Let's see who they rip off in next season. We really hope no one. That's a wrap for this video. Which one of them was your favorite character? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos. See you in the next one then. Bye.